Hey guys, it's Shelby from Big Cat Creative here, and in this video, we are going to talk all about finding free graphics and icons for your website. If you're someone who's DIYing your own website, you can probably relate to the struggle of finding beautiful, high-quality graphics that aren't going to break the bank. You probably want to add a little something extra to your site, but know that hiring a professional graphic designer can cost a fortune, and that is exactly why we are going to let you in on the ultimate DIY hack, sourcing free graphics and icons to use on your website. Since so many people tend to browse websites visually before actually reading the content provided to them, the visuals you use on your website are vital, not just for the overall aesthetic, but for ensuring that potential clients or customers stick around and enjoy the experience. In addition to just classic photography, visual elements can fall under a couple of different categories: graphics and icons. Graphics are images that are composed of photographs, text, and other artistic elements like illustrations or shapes. Graphics can be used throughout your site to showcase various things like an email sign-up or a course offering. At Big Cat Creative, we use graphics all over our website, but most specifically, we like to use them throughout blog posts to highlight things like free trainings and other template offerings. They're just a really great way to add interest to a page and to spruce up an otherwise plain photograph to match your business branding and create dynamics on the page. Icons, on the other hand, are smaller illustrative elements that can be added throughout your website for both design and functional purposes. This might include an illustration or a drawing to either break up information or to signify a specific element. Icons might seem small and a little bit silly, but I promise they do so much more for the user experience than you probably even realize. We also love to include visuals within our Squarespace templates to show how an icon or graphic can be super impactful to the user experience. Take our Ava Grande template, for example. Icons are sprinkled throughout the website to organize and to add interest among the text, as well as to drive home the brand identity. These visual elements are always reminding the user what the business stands for and exactly what they can expect, even if they aren't actually reading the content. All of our premium Squarespace templates are strategically designed to make it really simple for you to just plug in your own unique visual elements to work perfectly for your business. So if you're interested in learning more, be sure to check out all of our template options, which will be linked in the description below this video. Okay, so now let's go ahead and talk about some of our favorite resources for finding super useful and stunning free visual elements. Starting off with Canva. Canva truly is a one-stop shop for all things visual. You can find expertly designed and totally customizable graphics, stock photos to use within your graphics if needed, and icons from every category that you can imagine. The free plan gives you access to honestly more than enough to choose from, and it allows you to make all kinds of design tweaks like color, size, fonts, etc. to ensure that everything is brand cohesive. They even offer animated stickers and allow you to save GIF files, which means even more creative freedom. Canva is also extremely valuable for creating your own graphics and icons from scratch. Their platform is super user-friendly, aka you don't need to be a professional to use it, and they allow you to upload individual elements from your computer, which means that you can take files that you find elsewhere and plop them straight into Canva to edit the colors and or to create an even more fun and unique composition. We also have a ton of resources about using Canva in our blog, so be sure to check that out if you're interested in learning more about customizing your own graphics and icons through Canva. Our next resource is Flaticon, and Flaticon is the ultimate hub for free icons and illustrations. They have libraries full of both regular and animated icons, as well as beautifully designed stickers that you can download and add straight to your website. Flaticon's platform is also really easy to navigate, as it allows you to search broadly by category, so icons, stickers, animated, and interface icons, as well as more specifically by typing in any keyword for what you're looking for. For example, if you needed a flower icon, you could just search flower, and all of their options are going to show up here. You can then scroll through and browse to see what they have available, and even filter results by clicking on this icon here and filtering color, shape, trending, and more. One thing to note here is that Flaticon's free plan does require you to give attribution when using their icons on your website. So if you do so, you'll just need to add a little line that says something like icon made by the designer's name from flaticon.com. Now let's take a look at Noun Project. And the Noun Project is a platform that offers access to thousands of visual elements, including a library of icons made by designers from all over the world. You can search their large collection of visual elements, which also does include stock images, by typing in keywords or specific styles right here. And they also organize their icons into icon sets, which are groups of icons that fall under the same category and are designed by the same person. This is especially helpful if you are creating a themed graphic or if you need multiple icons that have a similar aesthetic. All icons from Noun Project can be downloaded for free in their basic, uncustomized form. However, they also offer an affordable subscription option starting at $3.33 a month that allows you to download an unlimited amount of icons and make customizations to the color, the background, the shape, and more. And just another quick note here that if you do download icons from the Noun Project for free, they require attribution, which means you need to add a little line to your website that says something like icon made by this designer from thenounproject.com. Okay, next up is Google Fonts. Yes, you heard me right. Google Fonts actually has an extensive library of completely free icons. This resource truly is not to be missed as they have thousands of simple and comprehensive icons that could work for any type of business. When browsing through their collection, you can search for specific icons by using the search bar here up top, or you can filter their overall list over here on the left by specifying things like fill, weight, style, category, and more. Google Fonts also offers a ton of different options for actually downloading the icons that you like. Before downloading, you can customize the size and the color of the icon, and then you'll have the option to save the file as either a PNG if you just want the icon as a straight image, or an SVG if you'd like to further customize the icon in a different design platform like Canva or Illustrator. In addition to that, they also provide multiple pieces of code for more advanced usage of the icons, and they also provide instructions on how to use the icons in both iOS and Android Studio if that's something that you're interested in. All right, and last but definitely not least is Undraw. And Undraw is a unique collection of more illustrative icons that range from very simple to super detailed. And because Undraw does offer icons that are more detailed than usual, they can really make an impact when used individually on your website, but they're also perfect for adding into a graphic composition to show more personality and flair. You can click on search up here in the top right to type in specific keywords, and you can also use their handy color generator tool to match the icons to your specific brand identity. The color generator allows you to choose a color here from the color picker, or enter in a unique hex code to get the most specific results possible. And once you've found an icon that you like, you have the option to save either as a PNG or as an SVG, which again allows for even more flexibility in editing and customizing. And the best part about Undraw is that they have a completely open license, and that means that you can use any of their icons anywhere you'd like without any attribution required. Now, as fun as it can be to search the thousands of available graphics and icons out there, it can also be easy to get carried away and forget that these visuals are meant to fit into your existing business and brand. This means that any visual elements that you choose should work together and maintain a unified brand experience. And that kind of cohesion can be accomplished in a few different ways. The first of which is through the use of color. Now, this might seem kind of obvious, but you'll want to remember to stick to the colors that your brand already uses and keep in mind the overall use of color throughout your website. If your site is somewhat neutral, make sure that all of your icons and graphics follow the same theme. Don't throw in a bright red X icon just because it fits the point that you're trying to convey. Instead, you could search for a more neutral colored X or a simple black X. On the other side of things, if your website is more bright and bold, make sure that the icons that you're using follow suit. Don't second guess yourself too much with this. Whichever direction you want to take your website in, just stick with it and make sure that everything remains consistent. And the cool thing is that many of the resources we just mentioned offer color generators, which you should definitely utilize. And if for some reason they don't offer that or you can't find the color you're looking for, you can always edit the colors yourself by uploading the icon or graphic into a design software like Canva. Next is style. So you'll want to find a visual style that fits your brand and stick with it. And I have a couple of our beautiful customer showcase websites here to show you exactly what I mean by this. With this website, you can see the style of their icons is really detailed and artistic. They look uniquely hand-drawn, and they're clearly very specific to this brand. But this might not be something that works for your business. You might instead opt for something that's really simple. You might prefer thick lines over thin lines, or a filled shape versus just an outlined shape. For graphics, your style might be busy and bold, or it might be kind of plain and sparse. It could be really photography heavy versus text heavy. This example here you can see combines really vivid images with text and little outlined icons. And they carry that out throughout their entire website. If your brand is really colorful, you might carry that through in your graphics. Whatever fits your brand's mood, lean into that and remain consistent with that style. A couple of tips here is to download sets or packs of icons so that you know that they'll all fit into the same style family. And you can also create graphic templates on a design platform like Canva so that it'll help you stick to the same overall aesthetic even if you need to tweak the information a bit. Okay, and last but definitely not least is quality. It is super important to ensure that all of your content is the same file type and size so that the quality remains consistent throughout your site. If you have two icons next to each other on your website, like you see here, and one is crystal clear and the other is a little pixelated and blurry, it immediately brings you out of the viewing experience, and visitors are going to start focusing on the weird quality versus what the content is actually trying to convey. These icons are exactly the same icon, except this one was downloaded at a much lower file size than this one. To avoid this, it's best to just download all icons and graphics as large and high-res as possible. And a little expert tip here, if you do download something as an SVG to further customize it in a separate design platform, make sure that when you save out your final customized icon or graphic, you save it as a high-res PNG or JPG because Squarespace doesn't actually support the upload of SVG files. Otherwise, just make sure that any photography being used is really great quality from the same source if possible, and all final file types are the same to avoid differences when uploading to your website. And if you're finding it hard to find graphics and icons that truly fit your brand's aesthetic, you can always make them yourself. Like we mentioned earlier, Canva is a super user-friendly platform that makes it really easy for you to create things from scratch. But there's also a ton of other design platforms, some free and some not, like Adobe Illustrator, Adobe Express, Figma, Lunacy, and more. And we have a whole list of those resources in the blog post that is attached to this video, which will be linked in the description below. So be sure to check out that list and check out those other design platforms if you're interested in creating some things on your own. Okay, and that is really all you need to know about finding and using free graphics and icons for your website. We really do encourage you to play around and experiment with all of the resources that we've talked about in this video to see what works best for your business. You don't have to be a professional designer in order to make magic happen for your website, and you definitely don't need to empty your wallet in the process of trying. And again, don't forget that all of our premium Squarespace templates are designed strategically to make adding your own graphics and icons a piece of cake. So be sure to check them out if you're looking for a place to start. The link to view all of them will be in the description below this video. We hope that you found this video super helpful. And if you're looking for some more tutorials on Squarespace and design, we post new videos every single week. So be sure to subscribe to our channel, and we hope to see you in the next video.